Ozzy Osbourne and John Lennon had close encounters with UFOs. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, because over on the Ozzy Osbourne YouTube channel, he has just uploaded a brand spanking new video titled John Lennon's UFO Sighting and Ozzy's Close Encounter. Now, Ozzy Osbourne, he's mental. He's an absolute nutcase. He has been for just the duration of his life. But he has always had a stark interest in UFOs, the paranormal, parapsychology, and, you know, cryptozoology. So I thought this would be a really good video to dive into with you guys to kind of talk about it, because they also talk about the David Grush incident as well. And I'd love to hear what, like, you know, celebrity royalty think about this whole situation. So let's get into it.
So this is a congresswoman. I watched this video. This guy confirms he's in.
David Grush, obviously, we're all aware of who David Grush is by now.
That's what I was on about.
Yeah, and so in Congress, under oath, this woman, watch this, she asks him,
Do you believe we have crashed craft? Stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries.
biologics.
Were
He
they,
seems
I guess,
pretty
human
genuine
or
to me.
non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program we talked to that are currently still.
That's unbelievable.
So right there under oath, on the news, were they human or non-human biologics? Non-human. What?
This is, obviously, this was huge, this whole David Grush situation. He really opened people's eyes and ears to the conversation, and he got the conversation flowing after years of it being stagnant. People didn't want to talk about it. It was conspiracy. It was crazy. You wouldn't want to talk about it because you'd be laughed off the face of the earth. But then this man comes around, David Grush. He opens up the conversation. He's like, look, listen, I know all about this stuff. And, you know, it got the conversation flowing. It got me very intrigued in the whole situation. And I know it got millions of other people also really intrigued in the conversation, because to have someone of this high-ranking official status come forward and state this, unheard of. I mean, it was heard of, but, you know, not to this level of insanity, to the point where there are now congressional hearings about UAPs. That's how much of a profound effect this whole interview had.
Why is this not the biggest headline in the world?
Because they'll probably end up saying he's a nutcase and he had some mental disorder.
Did he look like
I mean, this is true. I mean, he did come out, David Grush, and state that just before he did this interview, the government tried to have him locked away so he couldn't actually come out and officially blow the whistle. But he got there first, he won the race, he got himself out there, and now he's pretty much untouchable, because if anything untoward happens incidentally, it would look far too suspicious, and the world would be like, what have you done to him? Pointing to the US government, by the way.
he did? Don't look
He
like
looked pretty straight to me.
Yeah. And I mean, this guy, he said, and that has been confirmed by over 40 people that work on the project.
I mean, there you go. I mean,
So what are they scared of? Why isn't the headline on the New York Times saying aliens exist?
I don't know. There's got to be. I can't. When I watched it on the news the other day, I said, "Oh, it's kind of like, is that or out of the way we were all supposed to know?"
Right. There's a video, I know you're a Beatles fan, there's a video of John Lennon where he's wearing that really cool white hat and he's standing on the Thames River and he's calmly telling us the direction that the UFO took.
I mean, this is crazy in and of itself. I've seen this before, but, like, to revisit it, I watched this before I got really involved in the UFO stuff, but to revisit it now with all the knowledge that I've got over the past kind of like 7 or 8 months of doing this kind of work, it really has a different effect. Like, you know, the message that he delivers really hits home a lot harder.
He looks very together and eloquent.
Up there, I saw a UFO, and it went down the river, turned right at the United Nations. It wasn't a helicopter, it wasn't a balloon, and it was so near.
It doesn't seem like he's lying to me.
Round, white,
just like-
luminescent, and silent.
Silent, and it looked dark like black.
That's
or
what they
grey,
all
and
say.
it
People
looked
that
like-
witnesses
had white
say
lights,
it was
just like
silent.
light bulbs,
Yeah.
you know? Just going off, on, blink, blink.
And the
blink, blink.
lights. But the interesting thing,
I mean, just before they continue, what has John Lennon, right? John Lennon got to gain from making up a story like this. publicity. He doesn't need it. He's part of one of history's biggest, probably the number one band in history, right? The Beatles. He doesn't need publicity. He doesn't need clout. Like, the man, like, was just so iconic prior to this. Like, what has he got to gain from making this up?
It's John Lennon. It's
Exactly.
a huge celebrity.
But they're going to say something he's nuts or he's
Yes.
stoned or something.
Yes.
But there was that one in Arizona. This massive ship came over, and the whole town saw it.
This is one of history's greatest UFO sightings, and to this day, still no one has any answers about it.
People filmed it,
Yeah.
and that when the governor of Arizona played it down, they had a guy with a spacesuit on.
But where does all that... We're going to do a show on conspiracy theories later, but where does all this footage go? It just disappears into
No,
the
this
ether.
is one. Everybody, a bunch of people filmed it. This fucking thing, and but one thing is, it's massive craft. They said you couldn't hear a fucking thing from.
Yeah. I think, would you like to see a UFO?
I'd love to see it. I'd love to meet an alien.
You'd love to meet an alien?
Oh,
So would I. I've talked about this stuff for months and months and months, right? But I'm only going off of second-hand information. Like, I am reporting on what someone else has stated. I've never experienced that for myself. And there's one thing I want before I die. I want to see a UFO. Right? I know people are like, well, just go outside and look up into the sky. It's not that simple. It's not that simple, because for me, seeing a star go across the sky, for me, that would just be a satellite. I need undeniable, categoric proof of a UFO. I need to look at something and be like, there is no way that is anything but something extraterrestrial, right? That's what I want. If I get abducted, great. I don't want to get probed. I want to keep that to myself. But, I want to keep my dignity intact. If I can meet an alien, fantastic. That's a bonus. But, a UFO, I'll just draw the line there.
So paint the picture, Ozzy. There's a UFO, an alien comes down, you walk out into your back garden. What do you say? All right, mate.
no, but I mean,
Do you want a joint?
What would you
they don't come here with spacesuits, and so it would be a good idea to follow them, because they've got a place
with similar. Maybe there's more than one type. I mean, aliens,
they reckoned,
it could be multiple planets.
I mean, Ozzy Osbourne is the kind of guy to just go out, meet an alien, just be like, "Whoa, do you want a pint? I've got him on tap." He's just that guy. He'd be so chill about it.
They don't have spacesuits. When we go to the moon or in space,
yeah,
we wear a spacesuit, or we go to Mars, we're going to wear a spacesuit. But they don't. They got no eyebrows and all this fucking.
But yeah, that's the thing. The one thing that I struggle with is all the videos. It's all the big elongated head and skinny body and long fingers. It's very
another thing
stereotypical.
Why do they have to have 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head?
That's what I'm saying. Why aren't they hopping on one central leg or no legs?
Or like a fucking spider or something,
Oh, I hope they're not like spiders. I have got some serious arachnophobia, and if they turn out to be spiders, bro, I'm clocking out of Earth. I'm not sticking around if there's spideroids crawling about.
Yeah. So I think the first really famous video that came out was that Tic Tac video. Remember that? Oh my God. It was the
Oh yeah, the Pentagon released this footage, didn't they?
Pentagon.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember when that came out? Because they're flying so fast.
I mean, and I remember that when he goes to this certain place that only the pilots knew about, and the thing had beat him there.
That's it. We've got the video.
Have you got a video of that?
Yeah, it's from 2004, and a Navy fighter jet from the USS Nimitz.
This is it.
Look at this.
But it didn't say how big it is.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west.
So the wind is 120 knots, and it's flying against the wind.
And it turns like...
Yeah, it turned. Look, it's turning. I mean, if you listen to their voices in that video, they're not acting. They're not making that up.
Yeah, but I've thought about... I've seen this a load of times now. But where do they get the information, the technology from anyway?
Right.
If it was a new weapon or a new thing, I mean, there would be. I mean, the way that was turning as well, it would turn on a fucking dime.
100%, I agree with it. Do you think that the whole thing is a government misdirection, or do you think no, aliens have made contact?
What the government are afraid of mass hysteria, I reckon.
This is it. It's mass disclosure, mass panic if the public was to ever find out. But the thing is like, my question has always been, who are the government to say how we would react? You know, like, what if we're just super chill about it? We won't be. We'd freak out. We're, as a race, you know, let's talk about COVID. You know, people were going mental for toilet roll. There were literal fights in stores over toilet roll. We can't handle ourselves, and we can't handle bad information very well. We are really bad at that. I mean, COVID, what a wild time. But if that's anything to go by, the government probably saw how we reacted to COVID and were like, fuck me, we are not ready for alien disclosure whatsoever. We can't even handle, you know, a virus.
Right.
Because years ago, I think in the 30s, there was an actor called Orson Welles.
Yeah, okay.
Who did a thing on the radio, a radio playback called War of the Worlds, and it was so real that people actually jumped off buildings.
For real, people thought it was real. And, and died.
I mean, I thought it was.
Wow, I never knew about this. That's insane.
The Martians had landed.
I mean, I guess.
But that was then, but now.
Yeah, but now, look, I don't know about the middle of the country, but I know all the people I know in LA and New York and London would all be out trying to meet these guys and like, get a selfie with them.
But then it was a different world, you know. We never had rockets going up in space.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
What do you guys think? Do you think that we could handle disclosure? Do you think we could handle knowing that the UFOs are here and aliens are here? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, make sure you jump scare the hell out of that like button if you have gone on to enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. Tick my little bell to get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. I'll speak to you later. Peace.